Tottenham Hotspur, a club with a rich history and passionate fan base, and despite the current crop of players, they have had a few world beaters in their team over the years. Most notably, Bayern Munich striker and England captain Harry Kane, Gareth Bale, Ledley King, and, going back a few decades, Gary Lineker and Paul Gascoigne, to name a few. Despite having had some of these amazing players in their team, Tottenham struggled and still struggle to do one of the most important things for a team, which is winning major trophies, and the recent results and performances have left fans now questioning the root causes of the team's ineptitude to compete for major trophies. As of January 28, 2025, Tottenham's form has been concerning. A 2-1 home defeat to Leicester City intensified frustrations among supporters, with the team now languishing in 15th place in the Premier League, perilously close to the relegation zone. This loss marked their 13th defeat in the last 23 league matches, a stark contrast to the club's ambitions, some of which people say is not really much in relation to Tottenham Hotspurs.
Bada bop boom pow.
When Ange Postecoglou took over Tottenham Hotspur 18 months ago, he was seen as a fresh, exciting appointment. Known for his Ange ball attacking philosophy, he brought a sense of optimism to the fanbase, especially after the frustrating tenure of Antonio Conte. Early on, the team showed promise with free-flowing football, attacking intent, and a reinvigorating energy on the pitch. This gave fans hope that the club was finally moving on in the right direction, both in terms of style of play and results. Ange Postecoglou implemented an attacking 4-3-3 system, emphasizing high pressing, quick ball circulation, and positional fluidity. For a while, this approach seemed to unlock the potential of players like James Maddison, Heung-min Son, and Cristiano Romero. The team briefly topped the Premier League table in November 2024, evoking memories of Mauricio Pochettino's peak years. However, as the season progressed, cracks began to appear. Opponents adapted to Tottenham's system, exposing defensive vulnerabilities, particularly in transition. Without a deep squad capable of maintaining the intensity required for Postecoglou's demanding style, there were major injuries to key players in the team, including Van de Ven, Romero, and Maddison, and results started to decline. Recent weeks have seen Postecoglou come under significant scrutiny. Injuries to players like Rodrigo Bentancur, Yves Bissouma, and Cristian Romero again have left gaping holes in Tottenham's midfield and defense. The January 2025 transfer window has provided little relief, with fans and pundits alike questioning the club's ambition in the market. Ange Postecoglou's press conferences, once charming and full of optimism, have grown more tense and defensive. His frustration with the media reflects the mounting pressure as the club struggles to maintain form and consistency. The narrative of a manager trying to transform a club while facing structural and squad limitations has resurfaced, echoing issues faced by his predecessors. One of the most significant challenges Postecoglou has faced is the lack of sufficient backing in the transfer market. Despite the high-profile sale of Harry Kane to Bayern Munich in the summer of 2023, the funds were not fully reinvested to strengthen the squad. While James Maddison and Vicario have been standout signings, the squad lacks depth in several key areas, including defense and midfield. The failure to adequately replace Kane's goals has been a glaring issue. While Heung-min Son and Richarlison have stepped up at times, the team still lacks a clinical, consistent striker to lead the line. This lack of squad depth has become more apparent as injuries pile up. It's important to note that the managerial challenges are not entirely of Postecoglou's making. Tottenham's broader structural issues, including Daniel Levy's conservative approach to spending and the lack of a clear sporting vision, have made life difficult for every manager in recent years. The absence of a world-class sporting director has also hindered the club's ability to build a cohesive and balanced squad. Daniel Levy, as chairman, has overseen Tottenham for more than 2 decades. While he's been praised for his role in making Spurs a financially stable club, particularly with the construction of the state-of-the-art Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, his overly cautious approach to spending on the playing squad has become a recurring criticism. Unlike rival clubs, Tottenham often hesitate to make bold moves in the transfer market. While Manchester City, Chelsea, and even Newcastle have invested heavily in world-class talent, Spurs frequently opt for budget-friendly options or players with potential rather than proven stars. This policy leaves managers with squads that lack the quality and depth needed to compete on multiple fronts. The Harry Kane transfer to Bayern Munich, for instance, provided a massive influx of cash, approximately 100 million. Yet, the reinvestment failed to fully address the key areas of weaknesses, such as finding a world-class striker or shoring up the defense. This pattern dates back to the Gareth Bale sale in 2013, when the club spent poorly on players who largely failed to deliver. Tottenham has long lacked a unified sporting philosophy, which has resulted in inconsistent managerial appointment and mismatched squad building strategies. The managerial merry-go-round in recent years highlights this lack of vision. From Mauricio Pochettino's high-pressing dynamic style to defensive pragmatism of Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte, and now Ange Postecoglou's attacking philosophy, there's been no clear direction for the club. This inconsistency has led to a disjointed squad built for different tactical systems. Clubs like Manchester City and Liverpool have succeeded by aligning their football philosophy with long-term recruitment strategies. In contrast, Tottenham's short-term thinking often prioritizes quick fixes over sustainable development. For instance, under Pochettino, the club reached the Champions League final, but failed to capitalize on this momentum with meaningful reinforcements. Fans have grown restless at the team's performances and results decline. While many acknowledge Postecoglou's positive influence on the team's identity, there is frustration over the club's inability to compete with top teams consistently. Recent defeats to rivals such as 2-0 loss to Arsenal and a disappointing 3-3 draw against a struggling Everton side have amplified these concerns. The media too has turned more critical. Once praised for his attacking philosophy, Postecoglou is now being questioned for his tactical inflexibility and inability to adapt to the physical demands of the Premier League. Pundits have also pointed to the lack of defensive organization, with Tottenham conceding an alarming number of goals from set pieces and counterattacks. Tottenham Hotspur finds itself at a crossroads. Addressing these multifaceted issues requires a comprehensive approach, including strategic planning, effective communication, and a commitment to rebuilding a trust with the fanbase. While Postecoglou deserves credit for trying to instill a positive football identity, the challenges of competing in a league as demanding as the Premier League without adequate backing are immense. Spurs fans are left wondering if history will repeat itself, with their club failing to capitalize on moments of promise. Let me know what you guys think about Tottenham Hotspur in the comment section below. Do you think that it's up to Daniel Levy or Ange Postecoglou to fix the problems? And do you think the fans have also played a part in the recent performances of the team? Any feedback from you guys would be greatly appreciated.